So today we're going to talk about home inspections if you're selling your home, what to do to pass your home inspections. And what we did was we actually created a website that you could go to get all kind of real estate information, right? This information is for both buyers and sellers because we feel like the more you're educated, the better you will be when you're buying or selling a home. This is a wealth of information for you to have. And the website address is www.centralfloridarealestate.info. So centralfloridarealestate.info. And we have a wealth of information here. We have information on this side. We have information here if you're thinking of selling, if you're thinking of buying. You could sign up for our weekly newsletter. And since we're going to be doing this weekly on Facebook, you may want to like our page and also click on the notification button so that you'll be notified each time we are live on Facebook. We're going to have a lot of information here. We specialize in the Central Florida area. We believe in educating our clients. So we want our buyers and our sellers to have as much information as they possibly can if you're thinking of buying or selling. And this information is free to anyone. You don't have to work with us to come on our website, centralfloridarealestate.info, and you'll get a lot of information regarding buying or selling a home. So today we want to focus more on sellers, and we're going to be going down a list of 11 things you need to know to pass your home inspection, right? And as according to industry experts, there are 33 physical problems that could come under scrutiny during a home inspection. A lot of times I'll tell my sellers that it may be a good idea for them to get a home inspection prior to putting their house on the market. And the reason for that is a lot of times you live in a home for a while, a few years, whatever it is, and there are things that might bypass you, because you live in the home and nothing is wrong with the home, nothing is going wrong. So you're like, okay, everything is fine. And you put it on the market, and next thing you know, the home inspector comes in and he starts to find things that you have no idea was wrong with the home. And the buyers start to get scared, and then you get this whole list of things that you have to fix or repair and all that great stuff. Right now in Central Florida, we're in a very busy market. It's a seller's market right now. We're in January of 2021. And it's funny, right? Because all kind of things is happening in January 2021. I saw a meme on Facebook today that said, I tried my 7-day trial for 2021. I want to give it back. I don't want it. I tried my trial and I don't like 2021 anymore, right? But we still got to keep moving on. We still got to keep pressing on and doing our thing. We still got to move on. So that's where we are right now. So let's look at these 11 things you need to know to pass your home inspection. The first thing we have here is a defective plumbing. And by the way, guys, this full report, you could get it from the website, Central Florida Realestate.info. I'm going to be going through this with you, but if you want to have a printout copy, you could go to the website and get a full report emailed to you free of cost. And any of the reports on the website can be emailed to you free of cost, okay? Whether you use us as clients or not, because our goal is to provide information on real estate. So let's talk about defective plumbing. It could be leaking, it could be clogging, it could be older piping. The inspector might find that the water pressure is not high enough. If you hear sounds of running water, it indicates that the pipes are undersized. If the water appears dirty when first turned on at the faucet, this is a good indication that the pipes are rusting, which can result in severe water quality problems. So you definitely want to check that out. The second thing that could happen is damp or wet basement. Now we're in Florida, and so we don't have any basements in Florida, so we're going to pass on this. But let me just do real quickly, since I'm from New York, and there's a lot of basements in New York. So for our northern people that's watching us, a damp or wet basement, is a huge deal, right? If you're in the north and you're selling your house and you have any kind of dampness or wetness in your basement, that's a big turn off for buyers. So there's a way, obviously, to correct that problem. An inspector will check your walls for a powdery white mineral deposit a few inches off the floor, and we'll look to see if you feel secure enough to store things right on your basement floor. A mildew odor is almost impossible to eliminate, And an inspector will certainly be conscious of it, right? It could cost you $200 to $1,000 to seal a crack in or around your basement foundation, depending on the severity and the location. Adding a sub pump and pit could run you around $750 to $1,000 again. And the complete waterproofing of an average 3-bedroom house could be $5,000 to $15,000, right? So that's a lot of money. So this is something we need to know about before we put our house on the market, right? Another thing is inadequate wiring and electrical, right? Your home should have a minimum of 100 amp service, and this should be clearly marked. We should be The wire should be copper or aluminum. And the home inspector would look at any plugs, they're going to check for GFCIs, which is very important. You have to have GFCIs in your kitchen area and in your bathroom, right? That got to be above the sink. And the purpose of a GFCI is if somebody was getting electrocuted, the GFCI shuts down the current so they don't get electrocuted around water, right? So GFCI is important, and especially if the buyer of your home is doing FHA or VA financing, that's a huge deal. And if you don't have GFCI, FHA or VA is not going to approve the loan. So if the inspector come in and they don't see a GFCI around your bathroom in the sink area or in the kitchen area, you're going to need to install that. Now, it's not that expensive to install a GFCI, but it's very important that you want to probably do that before, because if the inspector come and the buyer is doing FHA or VA financing and they find that there's no GFCI, you're going to have to install it, and then you're going to have to do a reinspection. Okay. And that's going to be a big thing of, well, the buyer's going to say, I'm not going to pay for a reinspection. And to avoid all that back and forth in, it's best for you to do that. Now, here's a big one for Florida: poor heating and cooling systems. Let's talk about the cooling system, because you need AC in Florida, right? And one of the biggest things about cooling system or heating system is the inspector might come in and you may have an older unit. And the inspector might say things like the unit is at the end of its lifespan, or it's not cooling or heating sufficiently, or when they do the air check, if the air isn't flowing evenly. So this is something you definitely want to check. Now, one good thing you can do as far as heating and cooling is concerned is, if you know you have an older unit, you could offer the buyer a home warranty insurance. And what a home warranty insurance is different from a homeowner's insurance. The home warranty insurance will insure the heating system, the cooling system, the hot water tank, and all your appliances. So if you offer the buyer home warranty insurance, what happens is the day you close, the home warranty insurance will kick in, and that will cover the buyer up to a year. And after 1 year, the buyer can go and they can renew it, and then keep renewing it year after year. Now, if something was to happen and the buyer called the home warranty insurance company, they're going to come out and they're either going to fix it or replace it. And there's going to be a deductible of $50 to $100 based upon the plan that you have. But I would pay $100 to get a brand new cooling system, or to get my cooling and heating system fixed, over having to replace the entire unit. So that's important. Now, here's a big one. Number 5 is roofing problems, which is a big deal. What happens if you have a leaky roof? What happens if your gutters are not functioning correctly? What happens if the water is leaking off against the foundation of the home and is causing erosion around the foundation areas? Those are big issues. And you want to be aware of this before you put your house on the market. If you're missing shingles, you want to get the shingles replaced before you put them on the market. Obviously, if the roof is leaking, then you call your home insurance, and hopefully they will be able to replace the roof. You want to replace the roof before you put that on the market. So if the roof is leaking, hopefully your home insurance will cover that and you could replace it. Because what happened is, if you put it on the market and there's problems with it and the buyer's inspector finds that out, then a problem that could be fixed for $1,500 could become a $15,000 problem, because the buyer's then going to want to negotiate the price. And buyers always want to get more off than what's logical, right? So if it's logically going to be $1,500 to cure the problem, the buyer might want for $5,000 or $10,000 off the asking price, and you don't want to do that. So that's why it's important for you to know about that before it happens. Now, what about a damp attic space? We don't have a lot of attic in Florida. Our attic is like storage or crawl space, not that big a deal. Although sometimes in the attic area, we may not have enough ventilations or insulations in Florida and even in the north, more so in the north because it gets so cold in the north. So this is something you want to get done. So it may not be a bad idea to get a pre-inspection before you put your house on the market, because these things the inspector will find. You may not find it. And there may be conditions that was there when you bought the property and you meant to fix it, but you forgot. And years passed by and you forgot the problem exists. And now an inspector come in and they find the same problem, right? So you definitely want to make sure you check your attic out, see if there's any insulation problem, if there's enough ventilation, if you have vapor barriers on it, because the vapor barriers will help you to prevent water and moisture from getting there. And mold always form in an attic or in a basement, right? So you don't want that. So you want to know about that. And especially in Florida where we have so much rain all the time, we definitely want to make sure that we're taking care of that, right? So damp attic is not a good thing. How about rotten wood, right? We may have rotten wood around our window frames, around our decks, around our fences. Um, Also, when it comes to wood, they're going to be looking for termite as well. So we definitely want to make sure that that's done. If you have any rotted wood, you want to repair that or replace it and paint it before you put on the house on the market. How about any masonry work, like repointing your brick or um, fallen bricks, or even a chimney if you have a fireplace might be a problem. So you definitely want to check that. How about unsafe or overfused electrical circuit? That can come up as well. So that's a fire hazard, right? Sometimes you may have too much things on one circuit breaker, and that might be a problem as well. So you definitely want to check that out. Okay. How about adequate security features, right? How about that? Like deadbolts or smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. By law, if you have any kind of gas in your home, you must have carbon monoxide detectors, right? There's not too much gas lines in Florida, especially Central Florida. There's a few, but not a lot. But if you have gas, you definitely want to make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector. You definitely want to make sure you have smoke detectors in every bedroom and in the hallways, and especially in the areas closest to the garage, right? Because you know that carbon monoxide is a big deal that might come from the garage if a car is running and all that stuff. What if you forgot your car was running and you run inside to run back outside quickly, but to run back in the garage quickly, but when you run inside, something caught your attention and you forget to run back outside, and the car, and let's say the garage door is closed and the car is in the garage running, right? If you had a carbon monoxide detector close to that garage door, it will instantly go off and you will save your life. That's a huge deal, right? So carbon monoxide and smoke detectors are very, very important. Also, if you have sliding doors, you want to make sure those are secure. Sliding doors are very funky, and sometimes over time, by sliding them in and out, they tend to sometimes get lose traction or they don't close correctly and that kind of stuff. So you definitely want to get that checked out, right? Um, Another item that you want to get checked out is structural or foundational problems, right? That's huge, right? That's huge. So if you do a pre-inspection before you list your property on the market, then an inspector will find if there's any structural issues. In Florida, a lot of times the runoff from the roof tends to go right up against the foundation because a lot of homes in Florida doesn't have gutters on them. So you may have to install gutters in certain areas, maybe not all around the house, but maybe in certain areas. Or you may have to put mulch or rock against the foundation of the house so that when the water comes down, it runs off and absorbing that and it doesn't affect the foundation of the house. So that's something that you definitely want to keep in mind. So these are 11 main items, but there are other things that could come up as well that we don't think about, and that buyers will think it's a huge deal, even though it may not be a bigger deal, but they might think it's a huge, well, they will think it's a huge deal, right? So it's very important if you're going to put your house on the market. A pre-inspection is probably going to cost you, I don't know, it depends upon the inspector and how many things you want inspected, but I'm going to say anywhere from $300 to $500, right? Wouldn't it be better to spend $300 to $500 on making sure everything is okay than for the buyer to come in with their inspector and know they want thousands of dollars off the house, or you got to go repair stuff you didn't even know you needed to repair, right? So it's a better idea to do a pre-inspection. And when you do the pre-inspection, whatever comes out on that punch list, you make sure you take care of it. And you also save a copy of your pre-inspection as well. So that when the buyer comes in with their inspector and they go around and they find stuff, you could compare it with your report. And that makes it so much easier, right? Than you've never had an inspector. For a lot of cases, the last time you're going to do an inspection, obviously, it's going to be the day that you bought the property, right? You bought the property 5 years ago, you got it inspected, and you moved in. Nobody does a home inspection in between living in the property. And unless something goes wrong, you don't know something is wrong. And sometimes something is wrong, even though it's not manifesting to you, but the inspector will pick up on it. So it's always a great idea to do a pre-inspection. If you know you're going to be selling your house in the next 6 months, let's just say, in the next 6 months to a year, let's just say, or even the next 3 months, it's a good idea to just get a home inspector to come in, do a full inspection. And what you don't want to do when you call a home inspector, don't go around with the inspector pointing things out. Oh, I did this repair, I did that. That's probably not a good idea. Let the inspector do their job. That way they could literally walk around and they won't have you behind them. And then if they find a problem, they could point it out to you, right? But don't, because I know some people are like, oh yeah, and we did this and we did that and this, and then the inspector don't get a chance to thoroughly do his job, if that makes sense, right? So other things that could come up when you do a home inspection is, what else could come up? Um, you know what could come up? If you have a pool. So if you have a pool, make sure the motor of the pool is working. Make sure if you have a heated pool that the heat is working in the pool, because that's something that might come up as well, right? The inspector comes out, you think the heat is working. In Florida, we really don't use our pool heat that much, especially in the summer months. So you might turn the heat on and next thing you know, it's not working, right? So these are things that you want to make sure is done. Now, if you have issues, let's say you're selling your house, you know you have older appliances, you know you have a older AC unit or a older hot water tank or whatever it is, just go ahead and give and offer the buyer own warranty insurance. And it's typical to give a 1 year insurance, but I always tell my clients sometimes, why not take it to an extra mile and give a 2 year own warranty insurance? Since most people is giving 1 year own warranty insurance, if you gave a 2 year or 3 year own warranty insurance where the buyer doesn't have to worry about these things for the first 2 or 3 years of them moving in, especially if it's a first time home buyer, that would make your home so much more attractive, so that when the inspector goes in and they start finding whatever they find, you know, when they're telling the buyer, your AC unit is at the end of its life, or your furnace is at the end of its life, or your hot water tank is at the end of its life, or the stove, the refrigerator, and all these great stuff, since you're offering the buyer a 2 or 3 year own warranty, then it doesn't matter anyway, right? Because the buyer will be covered, and the buyer knows that if anything goes wrong, the home warranty company is going to come in and fix or replace it. So it's a great idea to do that. Just don't offer the typical 1 year home warranty, right? Because people are thinking, well, after 1 year, what's going to happen? Trust me, that's what you're going to think. I've been doing real estate since 2001. As a matter of fact, I got licensed somewhere in August of 2001. And in September, I was in a real estate beginning training class. That's when 9/11 hit, and I lived in New York at the time, right? So I'll never forget the first year I did real estate. That was a very devastating time, let me tell you. So I'm saying that to say that I have years of experience in doing this, and I rarely see a seller offering more than a 1 year own warranty, because their agent tell them, oh, just do a 1 year own warranty, and they do a 1 year own warranty. I tell my sellers, hey, since we know that these things are at the end of their life, we know that they're still working, but we know that they're old. We know it's going to be an issue when the buyer gets here. So how about we tell the buyer from upfront, we're giving you a 2 or 3 year own warranty, right? If you give that upfront, the buyer then knows of peace of mind that, oh, for the next 2 or 3 years, I don't have to worry about this, because if anything breaks, then I could either fix or replace it. And home warranty works because I own several properties and I have home warranty in every single one of them. And I've never put in a claim and the home warranty company tells me, well, guess what? We're not going to cover that, right? So the home warranty company will cover it. And another thing is the home warranty company is not going to come out to look at the condition of the property before they insure you, right? So once you do a home warranty insurance, and once the insurance takes place, it's in effect, and you call the home warranty company and you're like, my AC isn't working right now, they're going to be like, okay. They put the claim in, and they're going to send one of their, and you make an appointment at your convenience, and they send their technician out, and they're going to check the AC unit, and they're going to determine if it's fixable or if it needs to be replaced. Either or, they're going to either fix it or replace it, right? And that's just what it is. So let's look at a home warranty page, because a lot of people tell me, well, what's a home warranty? Never heard of a home warranty before. So let's go to American Home Shields. They're a big company. Let's see what a home warranty is. So we don't want to allow. So these are the things. Let me move my little space over here. These are the things that a home warranty is going to cover, right? They're going to cover your heating and your cooling. They cover your electrical systems, your wiring, your fuse box, and your outlet. They cover your plumbing, water heater pipes, well, and septic, right? They cover your kitchen appliances, refrigerator, oven, range, and microwave. And let me just say this. I am not getting any money from this warranty company. I just use them because I do business with them, right? But they're not giving me any money to use their stuff, right? They cover the washing machine and the dryer. They cover your computer, TV, gaming system, and all that great stuff. And they cover your pool and your hot tub, right? They cover in-ground pools, spas, and hot tubs. So this is all the stuff they cover. But they cover even more stuff, because I also know they cover your doorbell, your garage door opener is covered as well, right? So they cover all this stuff. So if you know you have older appliances, and or maybe maybe you have older, maybe the AC system or furnace and the hot water tank is newer, but the appliances is older, right? And since everybody's looking for stainless steel or black stainless steel nowadays, right? If you don't have that and they're older, that's going to be an issue. So what are we going to do to solve this issue? Offer 2 or a 3-year home warranty. And how much is that going to cost? Let's see if they'll tell us. I don't want to log into my account. Maybe I should have come here. Let's shop plans. Let's see what kind of plans they have. Let's see if they'll tell us without us filling in anything. No, okay. What is a home warranty? Okay, this is a good question. What's what they tell us? A home warranty is an annual service contract that covers the cost to repair or replace parts of home appliances and systems that break down over time, right? Do I need maintenance record for our home inspection before I get coverage? Let's see if we do. Let's see if we do. No. This company tells us, no, you don't have to have any record. They'll just cover you. Here's a big question. My home systems and appliances are whole. Does that matter to American Home Shield? This is the name of this company. No, it doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter how old my stuff is. They'll just insure it, right? So let's get a quote. Let's see how much it will cost us. Let's come up with an address. Let's say 2047. I'm making stuff up. I don't even know if this address exists, but let's make it up anyway. I think that's 34714 zip code. And then hold on, let us put an email address in here. I just want to I want to do this live. Let's see what we get. So they don't tell me I gotta go to the website, to my email to get it, right? Are you planning to buy or sell a home? Yes, I'm planning to sell my house. Let's say I'm selling my home. View code. Let's see what they come up with. The address you entered. Use. Okay. Use. Let's hope that address exists. Otherwise, I'm going to be embarrassed. Okay, nothing is happening. Oh, here we go. So look at this. We have 3 plans to choose from, right? We have the Shield Essential, which is going to cover heating, electrical, and plumbing. We have the Shield Plus, which covers heating, electrical, plumbing, kitchen, and laundry stuff, right? That means the washer and dryer and all things in the kitchen. And then we have the Shield Complete, which covers the heating, the electrical, the plumbing, the kitchen, the laundry, and additional electrical appliances. So $37.50 per month, $50 per month, or $55 per month. That's not that bad, guys, right? So let's do the maths. Who's good with maths? Let me see. 12. So let's choose this one. This is easy maths. So 12 months of the year. So 12 fives is 66. This is going to be, this plan will be $600, right? $600 a year. So we're going to offer the buyer a 3-year home warranty plan. So 600 times 3 is $1,800, right? So we're telling the buyer, listen, we know the appliances are older, so upfront as we market the property, we're saying we're giving you 3 years of home warranty insurance. That way you have peace of mind for the first 3 years you move into this property. You have complete peace of mind that if anything breaks down, we're going to fix it or replace it, right? The home warranty company will fix it or replace it. Now, how happy you think the buyer will be if they realize that if they buy this house, even though the AC system is older or the plumbing is older or the whatever is older, they have 3 years, not just a year, but three, right? 3 years of comfort, right? Isn't that a great thing to offer a buyer? Like, how do you think that would position your home for sale? And what do you think would happen after the inspection is done for someone buying your home? If even if anything comes up with the appliances, how confident do you think the buyer would be in buying your home? Because you're not giving them a year, you're giving them 3 years, right? 3 years. So that's one of the things that we encourage a lot. And I definitely encourage my buyers when we know we're gonna have a situation where the buyer is gonna have a problem or the appliances are older, then we want to definitely give that because that way they'll have peace of mind, right? So that's going to conclude. I know I ran a little bit longer than I thought I would. So this is going to conclude our meeting for today. If you have any questions or any topic that you think you want to share or anything that you want us to cover, so if you have any topic or anything that you want us to cover, definitely send us an email at giftgroupsellshomes@gmail.com right here, giftgroupsellshomes@gmail.com. You can email us there and we will be sure to cover that topic for you. Remember that we have a whole host of information on this website. It's called centralfloridarealestate.info. That's the name of the website, centralfloridarealestate.info. And you could come here and search for any topic. And if the topic isn't here, just send us an email and we will be sure to send you back an answer. So if you're going through anything with real estate related and we don't have the topic covered here, send us an email and we will cover it for you. Thank you so much for watching our live and for watching this video. I hope you get tremendous value from this. If you ever want to reach out to me, my personal cell phone number is 407-791-4713. You can send me a text at any time. We basically answer the phone from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. We appreciate you.